I think using love as like a central organizing facet of the work that we do means that we don't like cancel and exclude people even when they've done something wrong, but rather we like focusing on mitigating harm, because we know that even people who do things that are bad are human and like ultimately worthy of love and are probably just really messed up. I think that also means that we like make sure that everybody, regardless of whether they're like us or they're not like us, or they have identities shared with you or you don't relate to them at all, like you make sure that, and you really genuinely care that they have their needs met, and whenever you can and whenever you have the power to, you like make sure that people's needs are met.
So I think in this current time it means trying to do everything we can to combat what's now been recognized as an epidemic of loneliness and people not connected. And I see it in my own daughter and her generation, and there's such a lack of community. There's not a lack of care, but there's a lack of like intentional communities happening. And I think that's where love happens, when you get together in any sort of community on a common purpose or a common mission or a common goal. That's when you discover that all the other stuff that you disagree about or that differentiates you kind of melts away. And I think the more that we can help ourselves and each other create those spaces to be together, like this right here, we're all together, and be together in some kind of common purpose, that's what it means, I think, to love. Then love takes over, because you all have to love each other in order to make something happen, something really significant.
As an organizing principle, trust is a root, or centered at love. To me, is centered at love. And then by having that trust, be it an organization, be it a relationship, be it a friendship, a family unit, that has to be central part of that is trust, and out of that becomes love.
To center love would be to focus on acceptance and welcoming as a community, having as many people come in as possible, and getting everyone to know each other in their deepest ways.
Well, I will start off by saying that I love that you are using a bell hooks quote. One of the readings at our wedding was a bell hooks reading from one of her book series on love, so I'm a big bell hooks fan. But I mean, I think, right, it is that like love is at the core of everything that we do, right? So like every choice that we make, and right, like it is coming from a place of love and compassion and empathy and kindness, even when the work is like difficult, or right, like it's things that we don't agree with, or things that challenge us, but it is that like, like I think of the like Michelle Obama, like when they go low we go high, right? So it is that like despite what is happening in the world around us, at the core of everything we do is driven by love and loving kindness.